Hello and welcome to the roundup of June 2019's PS Plus. The games this month were Borderlands The Handsome Collection, which includes Borderlands 2 and a pre-sequel, and also Sonic Mania. First of all, I just want to apologise if the background's quite noisy. I haven't hardly had any time to record at all, which means I just have to record wherever I am. And right now I'm in a bit of a noisy room, so I apologise if you can hear background noise. So without further ado, let's start with Borderlands The Handsome Collection. This took up 50 gigabytes. Bearing in mind it is 2 games, that's not bad. And it's developed by Gearbox Software. I haven't played Borderlands 1. I don't know if you particularly need to. But from what I've read, Borderlands 2 is probably considered the best of the series so far. I was able to jump in and not really worry about it, just crack on and enjoy it, you know, so it felt pretty accessible to everyone. So if you're not familiar with Borderlands, it's a first person shooter, kind of like looter shooter style game. Lots of loot, lots of shooting basically. It's set on Pandora, which it's in space. It's this desolate, is desolate the right word? Crazy land where anything can happen. It's full of psychos and creatures, and it is pretty hostile. I played for a couple of hours. I got through the tutorial and explored a little bit. I wish I could have got further though. Like, I stopped playing because first person shooter isn't really my thing, but I was intrigued. I wish that I could have played a bit longer, and I would have hopefully have gotten past the glacier area that we kind of started on. We never made it past onto a different terrain, so that would have been cool to see what kind of things laid ahead. But yeah, I just didn't want to play. Here's the thing. Obviously, I've recorded my video, but I haven't deleted it yet off my PlayStation, and I don't want to delete it, so there's something niggling in my head that wants to go back to it. So what I liked about it, I just thought it was very fun. Like, it's just a fun game, like, and I don't even mean the gameplay necessarily. I mean the world and the story that I can't really say about the story because we haven't really got into it yet, but the lore, I guess, and the, just like I say, the world, it is fun. It's like, it's crazy, it's wild, it's silly, but it's fun. And the humor, I just think is really good. Like, it's unique to this game. I haven't played, well, granted, I haven't really played any first-person shooters, but I've never played a game of this style with such a... What I'm trying to say is, if you know that you're playing... If you're playing Borderlands, you know you're playing Borderlands. You know what I mean? Like, you might hear something random and think, yep, that's Borderlands. Because it's got its own unique style and humour. And the humour gels well with me, I like it. So I definitely recommend, like, already, I recommend trying it. If you prefer more serious stuff, then you're probably not going to like it. If you're like me and you don't really do well in action, you may not like it. Then I would recommend Tales from Borderlands. But even people like me, it might be worth a try because it could help convert you. Like, I feel like I could get converted. I just need to practice and play a bit and not find it as stressful as I do. Having said that, I've got so many other games to play that I just don't feel like I have time. So, things that I like technically about the game. I really like the health system, the way that works. So, you got your shield, and your shield blocked your damage, so you didn't take any actual health damage until your shield was gone. And then your shield would regen, and then your health would also regen. And I just really liked that whole system. It worked well for me. Like, it wasn't, you can't really just get one-shotted, which is always nice. And I really liked when you were just about to die, if you could kill something within 10 seconds or however long it gave you, then you would get a second wind and it would give you some more health and you could carry on playing. I love that feature. That's something that people like me need. Like, doesn't always work out, but if you get a second chance, you're like, oh, I was so close to dying right there and I didn't. So I really liked the health system. It was really good. I like the looting, but for me, like, it's one of them games, it's not going to work very well for me to make into a video because I need to spend so much time, like, studying the statistics and stuff because it doesn't come naturally to me. So I need to, like, study the statistics of each gun and read the description and try and find out which guns are actually worth keeping and which aren't. I know the loot comes to you with different colours to tell you its value and stuff, which, like, that happens in other games as well. And that's good, but still, like, I feel reluctant to get rid of a gun when I don't know that it's necessarily bad. I guess that's part of being a hoarder as well. I did like it though. I like the fact that you go around finding guns, and then I do enjoy that actual side of it where you do have to manage the stuff that you're carrying and make some decisions. I do like that, but it doesn't work well for me when I have to try and be fast paced as well. But that's just purely for video reasons. It's not for gameplay reasons or for fun reasons. I like both sides of it. I like the fact that you can actually take a breather from the action to sort out your bag. You know, it's really good, and there's so much variety as well. Loads of different types of weapons, and then there's loads of, well, I was probably playing on easy, I can't remember now, but there was plenty of ammo about, and having limited ammo but of different types really encourage you to try the different types of guns. That's what I found. So if I just used the same gun all the time, then I would run out of ammo, so I had to keep changing to keep restocking my supply of ammo, which I thought was really good. It's like a good in-game way to get people to try different play styles. Another thing that I liked, it kind of relates to the health, well, it doesn't really, but when you die, it didn't just erase all of your progress and send you back to a checkpoint. It actually, like, when I was fighting those monsters, I came back and I just thought that would have all been reset, and I was like, oh, I'm not going to bother trying again. Then when I came back, all the ones that I killed were already still dead, and I could just finish the job off. And I really liked that. That was so useful, because, like, sometimes you just can't be bothered to go through, like, and kill everything again when you've already done it. So I appreciated that you could just come back where you left off. I don't know if that would happen all the time, but definitely that time it worked, and I loved it. I'm sad that I just didn't get further. Like I said at the beginning, I would have liked to have seen different terrains, different levels, maybe different I was gonna say maybe different enemies, but I saw quite a variety actually in the time that I was playing, so that was really cool. It's good that you've got, like, the same enemies but at different life stages as well. I like that. It's definitely keeps it fresh, in my opinion. I also just wish that I could have got further into the mechanics as well. So I know that there was a skill tree and stuff like that, but I never got anywhere to actually, maybe if I got to level 5 or something. I don't think I got to level 5. Maybe that's when you unlock it, I don't know, but that's when your character class starts to come into it, I think. So because I chose to be the siren, if I remember that right, but it just didn't feel unique at all because I didn't get any skill points. For me, I could have played probably any of the other ones and it would have still been the same experience for the first couple of hours at least. So that's just my bad of not getting far enough. I like the fact that it takes its time to introduce you to all the new things. I feel like if it had just rushed through terrains and stuff, I wouldn't have enjoyed it. So I feel like it's nice to be able to earn where you're going next. And I like the layout of, there was the main missions, you knew what was the main mission, and then there was the side missions that you could go and do. And from what I've read, just basically if you keep going with the side missions, you'll probably pretty much end up overpowered for the main story. which for me I like, and for people that don't like that, then just skip some of the side missions, because some of them, you know, if they just fetch quests and stuff like that, you don't need to do them. Depends on what you like to do, really. Some people prefer the challenge. Also, you know, you can have a higher difficulty, I think. What's the difficulty on this game? Do you know, it's been that long since I played it, I can't even remember. So overall, enjoyed Borderlands very much. Borderlands 2 is the one that I played. I should have said that at the beginning. I enjoyed Borderlands 2 a lot, and I think it was very clever of PS Plus to have Borderlands Handsome Collection, not just at this time, because it was good value. Like, you got the 2 games. Having said that, it's good value. I don't know how cheap it goes on sale, so don't take my word for it. But it was good to have the 2 games in one. I think it needed that, because people were starting to get a bit antsy with it being a lot of indie games or smaller games, stuff like that. So giving us the collection was a very good choice on that part. But also, Borderlands 3 is coming out soon. I'm saying soon, I think it's this year, I don't know. It's advertised anyway, and what better way to get people on board with playing Borderlands 3 or buying Borderlands 3 to give them this collection for free, you know. Like, gives you a chance to get acquainted with the game, get to know the story, get to know the mechanics, get a good feel of the game, and get some hype for Borderlands 3. And I hope it does well. Like, I really actually do hope it does well. I think they've created something, like I say, very unique, but great. I really liked it. I was almost converted to playing a first-person shooter. It remains to be seen whether I carry on, because I haven't yet. But it is still on my PlayStation. So, next up is Sonic Mania. I don't have an awful lot to say about Sonic Mania, which makes me sad. I'm just not the biggest... I like Sonic for nostalgia reasons, but for the game itself, I don't really enjoy it at all. It's not fun. So it's hard for me to give a good judgment of the game for people that might like it, that are fans of Sonic. What I can say is, what I've read on the internet is that people rave about it, and it's one of the best Sonic games, certainly the best recent Sonic game that's been made. Like, what I can tell you is it's very retro feeling. It feels like the original Sonics. It's like there's no effort even to make... I don't mean effort, I mean there's no... It's on purpose that they don't make the menus modern, even, anything like that. Everything is just 2D, pixelated. Nearly everything. I think some of the... Off the top of my head, I think some of the surprise missions that you can get, I think some of them are in 3D, but I'm not exactly sure. But it's just got the same standard format as Sonic. There's levels that, yeah, pretty... I didn't actually get far enough to confirm this, but usually you do them in threes. Stage 1, Stage 2 and Stage 3. At the end of each stage is a boss. Throughout the levels there are secret levels that you can find. You know, you collect rings, you collect power-ups, you kill the enemies. You've got to just try and get through the level, really. You can play as Sonic, Tails, Knuckles, or Sonic and Tails. I chose Sonic and Tails together, just to see what it was like. And I know that you can get Tails to fly and hold onto his hands. And could I shite figure out how you actually do that? It was really hard, but is it bad that I needed a tutorial? It's kind of, yeah, pretty bad. But I could have done with just at least some prompts saying this button does this, because I know you can, or you used to be able to get him to like crouch into a ball and start spinning, and then it gave him a boost. But I couldn't figure out how to do that either. So maybe a tutorial would have been nice. However, that might not be relevant to Sonic fans. Like, they might not need it at all. And Sonic fans are mostly going to be the ones that are playing this game, or people that enjoy platforming, side-scrolling, 2D, retro gaming, anything like that. I'm sure that you'd have a blast. Speedrunning maybe. See, Sonic for me, I always just panic and try and do the level as fast as I can without actually like exploring the level or figuring out what is actually the fastest route. I just try and keep moving forward. Usually ends up running into some spikes or off a cliff or something. But I know during my game I just got stuck. Like I keep laughing, like thinking back to how that video went. Like it was like 20-30 minutes of Sonic, and I just totally lived up to myself. I look like such an absolute noob. That's because like I'm just shit. But it gave me a laugh, because what was the chances that I got stuck on a level for ages, couldn't figure out a way, and then of course I figure it out, get to the boss. As soon as I get to the boss, the timer runs out. I just couldn't believe it. Just my luck. Like I really wanted to fight the boss as well. Like I wanted to see, because the first one was very easy to figure out, and I wanted to see how each one was different, but I wasn't going to play through the level again. It took me long enough to solve it that time. So I wonder if there is an element of puzzle in it as well, but I wouldn't really call it a puzzle game. But there is replayability for you to go work out the level and then come back later and do it perfectly. I think that's part of the appeal of Sonic, and finding the secrets. Some of them secret levels, again, just lived up to my name completely. It was really bad. The first one, you had to chase a UFO. I didn't notice the UFO. I was just following the track, trying to collect all the things. And then I did that again later, and I actually got quite close. I feel like I tried to jump over a gap, and I didn't realise there was going to be a wall there blocking you. And I feel like if that worked, I would have caught the thing. But they aren't even the worst secret levels that I got. Collect the blue spheres, and I don't know what happened, and he just turned round and ran straight into a red sphere, and the level was over in 2 seconds flat. And my brain just hadn't even processed that I was in a secret level, and it was over, and I was like, oh, that's done then. So it's very fast paced. That's what I'm trying to say. If you go too slow, there's consequences. You run out of time. I think in the options, there was actually options to turn that off, so you can kind of do what you want. Don't quote me on that. I really should record these roundups closer to the time that I actually played the game. But off the top of my head, I seem to remember when you start the game, it gives you a few options, and I think you can choose how many lives you have potentially, and you can turn the timer off, I think. So that kind of changes the difficulty a lot. You know, if you're not on a time pressure, it's totally fine. You can just work your way as you want, and you can give yourself more lives, and kind of that feels more like a free mode, I guess, whereas doing it the original way, which is how I did it, because I feel like that's kind of the true feeling of Sonic. Is it's fast, it's like wild, like hectic's the word that I was going for actually. It's very hectic, chaotic as well, and it lived up to that. That's all I can say. Like, as much as I didn't particularly enjoy it, that's just because it's not my genre, it's not my game. It is nostalgic for sure. I enjoyed that part of it, and I'm not going to say it's not a bad game, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying it's a bad game, but I just struggle to judge whether it's a good game or not, just because I don't enjoy that type of game. But if you are a Sonic fan, especially of the older generations, grab it, snatch it up, because it's made for you. Okay, they've gone back to the roots, literally. It's like, for a second, well, for more than a second, I was actually thinking, is this a new game or is it a remake of an old one, because the level felt that familiar. It won't have been the same, I don't think. But even now, I'm not sure. It's definitely new. I'm sure it's definitely new, but it feels the same as the old levels that I used to play when I was a kid. So that's Sonic Mania. Grab that one while you can as well. I think once again they did something clever. The Sonic movie, has it came out? A trailer came out. I know that much. And kind of the internet went mad about the way that Sonic looked. But giving us a Sonic game, again, that's not a coincidence, I'm sure. That's marketing. So get people hyped for the movie. It all makes sense. Like, this month feels like it's been 2 calculated games. And people overall seem pretty pleased with it. A game with 2 in 1, which with one of the best of the series, which is Borderlands 2 apparently. And then Sonic Mania, which is supposed to be the best in the generation. So people were happy. It was a high quality month, worth the money this month, I would say. Even if the games weren't my cup of tea, I'm glad that I got to try them, and can't deny it's been a good month. So I can't do predictions for next month because it is already July. I can do predictions for August and find out pretty soon actually. So I'm not going to do a prediction. Maybe I'll do one in the next video if I can get that out before August. Because as I already know, there was controversy in July and I will talk about it in the next one. The games are Horizon Chase Turbo, not Horizon Zero Dawn, and Detroit Become Human, which I'm not going to get into until next month. I will not be making a video for Detroit because I have already played it on my channel. Love the game, it is brilliant. So I guess I will add the first episode of that into the playlist for next month's games, so people can watch it if they want. But the whole series is up there ready and waiting to go, so it was a ride. I enjoyed that one. However, it was meant to be Pro Evolution Soccer 2019 and there was a controversy. I still don't know exactly what happened, but I want to share my opinions on that next time. Thank you for listening. I'd love to know your thoughts of June's games and what's upcoming, any predictions for games that you would like to be on PS Plus or that you think are going to be on PS Plus. I know I have got a few that, it's not that I'm putting off buying them because I feel like they're going to come up soon. You see the same games in the sales all the time and you know they've got to be coming up soon. But it's not that I was going to buy them anyway because I've already got so many games that I've still got to play, so it's a non-issue. But I love it when there's a game that I'm thinking I want it and I'm thinking no, I'm going to wait because it's going to come out on PS Plus, and then it does and I'm like, oh yes. Actually, you know what, I am going to leave a prediction. Well, no I'm not. Thank you for listening and I will see you next time. Bye for now.